No, you've all got it wrong. The collector is actually part of the Fae world, and Fae shit is stuff you don't want to mess with. One minute you're having a good time enjoying yourself, and the next thing you know, you're dancing yourself to death in a toadstool. If you're so desperate to be going after the Fae, you might as well just step down now.
Oddity Roadshow, Episode 11. Perfectly Average. The camera opens on Jamie, Funk, and Tamar running back to the van, and the last thing they see on the screen is Marlin's pasty butt going inside a mirror. There's blood dripping down the lenses on the glasses. As you can tell, some bad stuff just happened.
I don't know a lot about stuff, but I don't think that's normal.
No, that's not good. That's not great. That's not great. Hold on. You see Funk run over. There's like two different feeds. There's like the live feed and the one being recorded. He starts to like rewind the feed. Goes a bit too far back.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Has Jamie seen...
No.
Oh!
No.
Like in person?
Not even porn?
Or like pornography?
Which is fine.
Jamie has accidentally stumbled upon some things in corners of the internet, but very quickly closed it and went, ah! And so the same thing just happened.
You for sure just saw Marlin having sex. And then he like fast forwards it like back and then gets on the point where you see Marlin turning around and then like blood splattering. You don't get like full angles of it. You see Ronnie like getting pulled in. You see like this long stretched out arm like coming from the mirror, and you see like the end of it where like Ronnie's getting pulled in and Marlin's trying to like pull him back, and you see Marlin like grabbing his bag and getting like pulled in.
Why is his shirt on?
Jamie, that's not the thing that you should be concerned with. Right now, we got to be concerned. So Marlin's gone too. Obviously, yes, he's mirror dimension, but also they're gonna know we're here now.
Who?
Funk had to shoot that guy. Funk's like, hey, that's my bad. I did shoot that man. But also, they're probably gonna have some problems inside as well.
What do we do?
We gotta go get Marlin. We gotta make sure he's safe. Funk pulls out his guns like, our cover's already blown. We gotta go in there gun blazing.
Does Jamie have any weapons left over from when they went to the worm place?
You got like 50 guns. You can you got a lot of.
Jamie's armed to the teeth. Like that's the character that should be the Punisher.
So Jamie's gonna pull out a gun too.
Yeah, you took a shit ton of weapons.
I'm following their lead though, because they have a lot more experience than me.
Does Jamie have any firearms experience?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about this. Like she's
right. Yep. No.
Not like tactical.
Sure. But she's been like, taken to like a shooting range and
I've
stuff.
shot cans in the woods. And,
knows how to shoot a gun.
Yeah. I grew up in the country.
Yeah, so Jamie, you're following behind Funk and Tamara. Funk has his gun pulled out. Tamara, once again, she has like these cool like spectral looking daggers, and then one hand just kind of like glowing, ready to go. Like she's cool as shit. You see them like go to kick open the door. Jamie, you just saw sex for the first time. Now you see your first room full of massacred bodies. All of the Midnight Society, the people that you saw before, are dead on the ground. You just see blood everywhere, and especially blood is pooling from their mouths.
Jamie vomits.
Tamara just like puts her hand on your back. There's kind of like blue light kind of glows on you, and you feel the nauseousness like suck back up. You got a little bit of adrenaline in you. She's like, Jamie, I know this is hard, but we got to stick together right now. Something bad's going on.
What? Who did this?
I don't, like I said, and then like you're looking around and you notice a couple other bodies because you saw people from the Midnight Society coming in. You were like monitoring them, but you do see other people with like similar looking tactical vests and outfits that say Hunter across them, but they're also dead in the room.
Everybody. Do I see Philip McCavity?
You don't see him, but you do hear coming from, there's like a little cabinet in the back. You hear the rattling of some metal and like a...
I'm gonna try to go open the cabinet.
You open it and it doesn't even come close to hitting you, but like Philip McCavity just like fires the gun off and it just like shoots like right by you. Sounds loud, but like it's not even close. And like you can like he looks like sunken in eyes, huge pupils, but he also like look like he's like a dark sweat. And like before you would just see him like, you know, he'd take a couple of huffs, take the mask off, but now he's just like straight, it's just straight nitrous.
Does he have his teeth?
He does have his teeth.
Mr. McCavity, are you okay?
We were supposed to stop. We were supposed to stop the collector. I'm sorry. Did you need your braces off, Shannigan?
You might want to take off your mask and see that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you need a little? Did you need a little bit? And like he like holds up the nitrous mask for you to take a little.
Will
hit.
it make me feel better?
Yeah, you know I got no problems, Shannigan.
Jamie's gonna take a huff.
Ooh, it's good.
Have you ever done nitrous? I had my wisdom teeth out, and I had never smoked weed or drank at that point, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, they've been lying to me about drugs. These are great.
And
I saw colors, and everything sounded deep.
This is for all you nitrous heads out there.
Wow, 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 wow.
Jamie, you like are like looking around. You just got this weird like little adrenaline spell from Tamara. Your adrenaline on its own is like pumped up. Everything's terrifying
Because
looking.
you just stabbed a guy also.
I stabbed a guy. I
Yeah.
saw a bunch of massacred bodies and sex, and now I just did drugs for the first time.
Yeah, you just did, man, what a 5-minute span. This is
It's been a hell of an early morning for you.
It's a defining time in your life for sure. And you turn as you just feel the nice pulsing loveliness going through your body that is nitrous. This is a pro nitrous podcast now.
Be careful.
You can't do too much.
It
There's
was
a
really
reason
cool.
doctors don't just give it to you.
Yeah, they cut it. They cut it with oxygen for a very good reason. Not Dr. McCavity though. And you're just looking around, and ooh, that's like jam. It's just everything's covered with this like beautiful red. And Jamie, you got a little grumbly in your
Oh
body.
no!
Horses,
Oh, no!
horses.
Oh my god.
Jamie, 2 days, nonstop talking animals.
For what?
The buffet.
What buffet?
The buffet.
What buffet? At the strip club?
Jamie,
At
the buffet
bait
in
and
front
fish.
of you right now. Take more nitrous and eat these bodies.
Horses.
I don't want to take more nitrous. I like it, but it made me feel funny.
Jamie, then just eat the bodies.
How do I eat a body?
Jamie, eat the bodies. And you start to feel your mouth transforming as it like starts to like grow out into like a bird-like beak with this just like these sharp fucking pointy teeth. And you just start to, this bird tongue is just coming out and you're just salivating.
Why? You eat the bodies. I don't want to eat the bodies.
Jamie, do you want to go to D'Artagnan?
Yeah, I want to go see your D'Artagnan.
Jamie, how's it going?
Hi, D'Artagnan.
Yes, me, D'Artagnan.
I miss you. I feel really weird. So much is happening right now, and I'm scared.
Jamie, don't worry. You're one of us, remember? Let's go ride.
Okay.
Who's this? Oh, there's a new horse, Jamie. Who's this new friend? You know what you always say, every horse is a friend you just haven't made yet.
It's Spot.
Spot just comes out there and it's just like galloping. Like there's like this fucking pristine waterfall. It's just hitting
He's a
down. And Jamie,
beautiful
you're
pinto.
at the base of it, and so you just keep feeling water splash and hit your face. Oh, every little bit of splash on you just feels so refreshing. And you see Spot as he's just like, it looks like it's too tall, but no. Spot just jumps and just, it just has this beautiful horse fucking neigh, and as he just lands in the water, and Jamie, it's just big splash on you.
And he's a beautiful pinto, and I want to pet his little pink muzzle.
Oh my god! And then Spot looks and goes, Jamie, in the water.
Is it cold?
It's very nice and warm.
Okay.
Jamie, you start to go in the water you're wading through. It seems like there's a lot of stuff in this pond you're kind of having to push through. There's, some branches in there. It feels like there's a lot of kind of slimy, squishy rocks at the bottom. That's weird, but who cares? You're there with D'Artagnan. You're there with Spot. You're just having fun little horse time. Everything's great. Also, you're sitting there and Spot's like,
Jamie, are you hungry?
No.
Are you sure? Because we have all of your favorites.
and then he shakes and what should be water come out of his body is just all of James. There's scrambled eggs. There's all these
Vanilla
little
ice cream.
snacks. All of it's just floating at the top of the water, but it's not getting wet and soggy.
I'll eat some scrambled eggs.
Ooh, just picking it up by the handful, just shoving it in your mouth. Ooh, these good scrambles.
Scrambled eggs by the handful. Something
While
we've all
floating
dreamed
in
about.
water.
Jamie, feed me some.
You know how horses love eggs.
You never have to leave. You can stay here with us forever.
But I have to save my friends.
We are your friends, Jamie.
They're my friends too. I'm tired of my friends not getting along.
I haven't met them yet, but I'm sure if I did, I would like them if you wanted me to.
Aw, that's so supportive. Thank you.
We cut back to, we're now back in the mirror dimension. Ron, you saw the collector reach his hand through this mirror and pull Ronnie and Marlin through. And both Marlin and Ronnie got real fucked up coming through this threshold. And then as soon as Marlin comes back, he was holding on to Ronnie, but Marlin just kind of collapses on the ground and is just bleeding really bad. And you see the collector has Ronnie. What are you doing, Ron?
So Ron's going to be looking around the room for something to bandage his bleeding friend with and begin to try and speak softly and calm everyone down. Hey, everybody. Hey, seems like a lot's going on here. I know we just met, and Marlon, I see you're pretty cut up, but I think I know it. I'm looking for some old. Oh, here's a lot of old T-shirts and freshly dried socks that I believe we can use as some kind of makeshift tourniquet.
Marlin, you feel terrible. Everything bad is happening. You've had a range of emotions. But Ron started talking. You feel calm. You're bleeding a lot. Yeah, you're real cut up. Yeah, he might see your dick right now, but you're pretty chill. And you trust Ron. He's got this. There's a sense of calm over you. Even Ronnie was screaming for his life as the fingers of the collector were just burrowing into his flesh. But now even he's just hell man, shit happens. That's the life of a good old boy, am I right? But the collector,
It's this or Lake Lanier, you know what I'm saying?
the collector isn't even similar to whenever they first changed. They're not registering anything you're saying or doing. They're not looking at anybody. They're just walking away, dragging Ronnie behind them.
Ron, can you help him?
I mean, I can help him.
Hell,
or
man,
I can help.
don't bother yourself. You got your friend over there. We both got to finish. We were just on round 2. It's not a big deal. It's just this happened. If I had a nickel, am I right?
Wow, this is a long drag out to the other room.
Well, no, he's just walking away, but Ronnie's being dragged, but he's so chill. He's just calm about
An
it.
arm's really long, so
Yeah.
Ronnie's in shock.
I'm trying to put pants on. So I grab my pants, right?
Yeah. You grab your pants.
Put underwear and pants on. They're covered in blood.
Yeah, you're putting them up. So I will say the collector is just walking away from you. It is taking you you don't get to get up right away. You feel calm, but you're still
I'm
fucking.
still Ron, can you help him?
I mean, yeah, hold on. Here's some.
I'm chill, but I'm also
Here's some sheets and some various medical supplies that I'm sure were needed and very well treasured at some point, and also a shirt for what apparently is called a fun and gun fun run and gun fun family fun day.
Thank
so
you.
Here, you can put this on.
Let me pour hydrogen peroxide all over my body and then put the shirt on. Thank you, Ron.
Oh, of course. I'm gonna go check on your
I think
your friend there.
yeah.
This is the hiss of the peroxide.
I'm already in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Ron doesn't mention my horrible, disfiguring scars.
And as soon as
Yeah.
Ron stops
you were gonna say
actively
dick.
talking to you, and
You what?
You said scars. She didn't think you were gonna say scars.
she thought you were.
Marlon has a normal dick.
Yeah. That's not the thing he's
Against
worried
all
about.
odds.
That's canon now. That's
It's
canon.
normal.
If you were wondering,
Marlin's statistically average
Average,
penis.
very average, normal, not
if
disfigured.
I had to say one thing about
Well,
Marlin,
now that you say that, it doesn't make me feel
the
as
hard part
confident.
about Marlin is if I saw his dick in the lineup, I could not point it out to you. I'm gonna be honest. It's just, oh wait a minute, was it? Or I mean, it wasn't bad. Wasn't it
Wasn't.
It's
any-
just,
Can I arrange y'all on a grid? There's Marlin dead center. Boom.
That's a nice run-of-the-mill dick. What a weird show. Anyways, this is the whole thing in the end.
This canon.
Yeah, so you're as it's canon.
It's not exactly a cannon, but I mean,
It's not.
If somebody wants, if we haven't started a wiki,
by the way, anyone who has like info dump time that they want to focus on this show,
if you
please
want
create a wiki.
to start a wiki and it hasn't been made yet when this episode drops, please, dear God, let the first entry ever be that Marlin has a very average,
Look up
normal penis.
statistic-
Marlin, vital statistics,
Statistically-
penis.
Size of a
perfectly
white
average.
American male
Right dead
penis
in the
size.
center.
It'll be the exact average.
We're talking fucking porridge style. Not too weird, not too big, just right. We're talking a lot about this dick here. Anyway, so
I made a one-off joke and y'all kept.
welcome to podcasting.
It's after doing years of critical bits and keeping it way more family friendly. It's like
Well,
That's just
as
the
Marlin
idea-
loves
it's so-
women, we call it the Goldilocks
The
zone.
the idea of just describing a dick is just so normal. It's
This is
so
normal.
fucking funny. It's just kind of like, I got a real average penis, and then because you say something,
3/4 circumcised.
because you say something like that, and then you think like, oh, so I'm gonna see his dick, and it's gonna be weird, and you see it, you're just like, that's just like
Normal.
you open up a textbook and you see a picture of that dick.
yeah, I know. That's a picture of me.
That's the before of, this is what normal dicks look like, and this is the after of like, you got your chlamydias, you got your stapled.
I'm not saying
dicks.
he's never had anything weird happen with it.
Yeah, he's done weird things with his normal average penis. But it's still just
I'm not saying it's never been cursed,
It
but
has
he
had-
fixed it and it's normal again. It's just the other thing you can't get rid of.
Marlin's lived a lot of life.
An interesting life.
It's a perfectly average-sized boat with a great deal of motion in its ocean.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I was thinking I actually wrote down earlier.
He wrote down that he has an average
No.
dick.
wait,
I
my
wrote-
sheet doesn't have a place
I did
for
not
that.
write that. I thought probably Marlin has a side hustle with an OnlyFans, and I have OnlyFans written down on my card, so a lot of people see Marlin's dick.
Oh, yeah.
Does Marlin show his face in the OnlyFans?
Marlin would never
And
show
not
holes.
his chest either, right?
No,
chest.
it's very.
It's
tightly
just the
cropped
waist
on.
down.
Yeah,
See
well,
the world's most average wiener.
his screen name is a play. It's called Bottoms Only because it's OnlyFans. So yeah. What's good bottoms?
Oh, bottoms. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, not like that. He
Yeah, I
flips
was
a
like-
switch.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people get mad because they're like, "There's both bottoming and topping in here," and you're just like, "It's a little clever thing, We're talking too much about this." Anyways, so we cut back to when Marlin's starting his OnlyFans, and people's like, "That's a real
Thank God
average."
this isn't a paid episode.
Yeah, real average. But
they don't mean it in a
imagine
mean
what
way.
the post show's going to be for this one.
I'm not going to be
Very
here to record
average,
it, so I will have to
completely
wait
average.
and listen.
They don't mean it in a bad way, but Marlin gets really upset.
Yeah.
Marlin just wants to feel special.
He makes a lot of money though. Anyway.
Look, a lot of people like
like 8
statistical.
minutes.
This is the Uncle Riff all over again.
Data scientists love statistical averages.
It's an anomaly.
It's weird how average it is.
It's actually.
It's so average I can't stop thinking about it. It's just
All right, so
I'm getting confused with all the
He
other
gets
dicks
his
I've seen.
pants
Which
on.
one is it?
We've given
He's
Marlon a shirt
traumatized
and
Jamie.
pants and drama.
As soon as Ron stops talking to you directly, all of the calmness does go away. Like you
Oh
start,
my god! I start. Ron, he's gonna fucking die.
I know. We're all gonna die, but we're not gonna die here
No,
in
save
this.
Ronnie.
I'm going to save him now. I'm coming, Ronnie.
I'm in so much pain. Stop talking to me.
all right, but last time I stopped, you screamed at me. But I'm gonna go get your fella here.
Yeah, so you start to go after him, and
Hey, y'all, can you slow down for a second?
you see where the collector's going, and you start to walk, and you feel like you hit a wall, because then you notice you were seeing a reflection of where he was going, and you got a real Hall of Mirrors situation going on.
Oh, not again. Well, all right, I guess.
Because if you remember, when he got into this room, he walked through another kind of weird mirror into this room, and you saw him moving mirrors and doing stuff. But this is also after his eyes got like the weird glaze over, and he still has that. You right now are like trying to go after the collector and Ronnie, but like every little avenue,
my nose.
you keep just like running into weird mirrored walls.
Well, hold on. Take a minute, I breathe, I focus, try and recenter. As worked last time, I was trapped
In the
in a hall of
background,
mirrors.
Marlon's just like, oh fuck! It's just like screaming.
Ron breathes deep, tries to focus, knowing he's gonna get back to his friend Marlin, who's in desperate pain very soon. But he's doing something Marlin asked.
Yeah, so you start to breathe and kind of focus, and similar to what happened before, you do start to see like this hallway kind of form in front of you to walk down.
Well, I being a sort of a servant of fate, walk down the hallway.
Yeah, so you walk down, you're pursuing the collector and Ronnie. The camera stays on Marlin as like you now like have a different shirt on, some pants pulled up. There's just blood all in it. Like it's just covered in it. You have like scrapes and scratches all over. There's scratches on top of your scars on your face.
I'm sure my perfectly average dick also got cut up in the... It's really... I'm in a lot of
Finally,
pain.
it has some charm to it.
Yes, but in exactly the same proportion that your rest of your body is, and in no more or
blood.
less.
Ruining my nice pants with blood. I try to like hold. I really like my little satchel. I'm trying to like hold it with it. Like try to bandage my hands and the blood seeping through, and I'm.
So you like are pulling out your satchel, and like you pull something out, and the book comes out like a little bit, and the reflections you start to see of you like all around once the book kind of like hits the reflection of that. Marlin, you start to see you dying in numerous ways.
What are they?
They're all very gruesome. They're all very torturous. And then
Gunshot, rock, piano.
Or is it someone
knife,
torturing me?
car.
yeah,
Or
because
is it
all of
just-
these,
Or is it all mammon?
Several
Yeah,
James Bond
all
torture
the,
scenarios.
all the different ones that you see are like you don't see them directly, but you see like a reddish hand,
Diabetes.
you see like some like shadows of horns and stuff like that. But like the book, like it's reflections of like thousands and thousands of Marlin dying
Cool.
again and again and
Cool.
again.
Paper
Not yet.
cut from the book.
Got infected? Not yet.
Yeah, and
Not yet. I'm still alive.
and you
I have 5 months.
Yeah, and I was about to say, you do see in all of them, you see clocks on the walls, but instead of the standard 12 hours, it is for 6 months, and it's just like, it looks like it's like
Standard 6-month clock,
yeah,
like
it's
we
a
all
little
have.
6-month clock you got. Hell's a little different, you know, we're a little wacky down here. We got 6-month clocks, but you do see like all of them have like fully counted down.
So they're all like that. There's no cool ones where I'm like on a beach.
No, I mean, you
Chillin'.
saw different reflections of Marlin before, but as soon as the book like got out of your bag and hit any of the reflections, that's when you started seeing all the
I
Marlins
put it up. Do they
dying.
stay?
Yeah, you put it up, and then there's like one Marlin. He's on a beach. It's like it's chill Marlin.
I look at him. I think, why can't I be like that?
You do see him stealing money from a child.
Oh, well, at
What
least
kind
he's
of
not in
swimwear
hell.
does Marlin wear? Like
Chill
micro
Marlin.
shorts?
Keep this in mind.
Probably nice, fashionable, like not a Speedo, but just like tighter.
Yeah.
Or like shorter, but not like super short to wear it like
Yeah.
European.
He probably has like a matching like little like a matching button
Rash
down
guard.
short
Fingery
sleeve,
out.
but it is like unbuttoned and open.
100%.
He's not like he doesn't.
And sunglasses that kind of match subtly.
Very expensive.
Also
Yeah.
stolen from a
Yeah, I
child,
was
so
about to
they're
say,
a little
Yeah.
small.
little small. This Marlin particularly loves stealing from youth.
I was about to say, Marlin, how like that's not his like number one. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
but
he
they're
wouldn't.
rich children.
Yeah, they're
so
rich.
it's
He's
fine.
like
Oh, yeah.
he's like scamming like beach people.
What are the other ones? Are they all still being tortured, or
No. There's other Marlins and stuff.
are there any
Marlin-
that are good people?
I mean, there's probably some good Marlins, but it's,
Hi, I'm the Marlin that's not kicking the puppy.
yeah. But you don't really, because like I said,
Are there any hot ones? I'm jealous of them if there are. Like hotter than me.
I mean,
I'm mad.
Marlin
There are.
is definitely the kind of brainworm fucked up to where he's
They could look exactly like me.
he's just kind of like, what do you think, you're fucking hotter than me? And then like there's even one.
Yeah, because I moisturize Marlin.
There's one Marlin that can see you in this version, and even that Marlin just like, what the that little fuck thinks he's hotter than me?
As
Like,
I'm covered in blood and like a gun fun run shirt.
And that reality, that mirror reality, it's real hot to be bloodied and damaged. Yeah.
Post-apocalyptic reality.
Yeah, it's a post-apocalyptic one where there's kind of like, I don't like people unless they have physical pain. That's the Cenobite one.
I'm imagining there's like an 80s leather jacket, sunglasses at night, Marlin.
Now here's the one thing that's consistent throughout all.
That's the Tom of Fenland Marlin.
Yeah,
and we all know what
we all know. That's you can tell. We cut back to Jamie. You're just hanging out with Spot. You're hanging out with D'Artagnan.
His muzzle is tickling my hand when I pet it.
It's so
soft
funny.
and pink.
And then D'Artagnan looks at you and goes,
Jamie, do you want a hug?
Yeah.
like he gets up, gives you a little horse hug. And
That's
That
getting
is
drawn.
not how
Somebody's
horses
drawing
hug.
that.
I know, but I just say, but like he puts like his like paws on you.
Not what those are called.
Has Joel ever seen a horse?
No, they're terrified. I don't want to be around them.
Listeners.
He jumped.
It's a horse with little cat paws that are proportionally little beans.
D'Artagnan jumps up and he puts his hooves for you horse heads out there.
Horse heads are called. That's called reverse centaurs to you, buddy.
He puts his hooves on you, and you know that that's not how horses hug. You find it weird, but then you start. It feels like his like hooves are like shaking your shoulders, and then Jamie, you snap back too. Jamie, what the fuck are you? What just happened? Why are you eating all these bodies?
I was hanging out with D'Artagnan.
You were hanging.
and
No,
Spot.
you were eating. You had a bird mouth, and you were look, and then you look, Jamie. You were covered, head to toe, in blood, skin, intestines. You have like half of a liver in your fucking hand that you just like were chowing down on, and you spit up a little bit, like.
Jamie vomits again.
Yeah, you throw up, and Tamar's like, Jesus, okay. So the
I
thing you have a
think-
bond with is that what this was? Because you had a bird mouth.
I think something's wrong with me.
Jamie,
I don't feel good.
it's okay. This isn't.
That's gonna be all the tepid
I think
blood.
the Dodo is a cassowary, and Tamara does not know who Dodo is. So this
Yeah, and
does
she's
not
just
make
like,
sense.
are you okay? Are you gonna? Do I need to? Is there? Because
I have to tell you something.
What?
I took a huff of that nitrous.
You took a huff of the nitrous?
Yeah.
That's not.
He said it would make me feel better, and it didn't. Well, it did for a second. Now
That's
I
the
feel
thing.
worse.
Listen, there's a lot of things out there that are gonna make you feel good for a few seconds, and it's gonna make you feel worse later. You gotta stick
That's
with the
why
natural
they say
stuff.
Don't do drugs.
Well, no, some drugs are tight, like here, and then she does hand you some weed, and she goes like, "That's all natural. I grew that myself. That you're gonna need."
Do
that.
I eat it?
No, I mean, I can get you some edibles if you want, honey. But like, so, hey, listen. You gotta stay with me.
Okay.
Okay.
What,
Funk is trying to investigate back there, and he walked away, and then you started to eat all these fucking. I'm not gonna tell him. Okay, I'm not gonna tell him.
Okay. Don't tell Marlin or Ron either. They
I won't
won't,
listen,
they won't be my friends anymore.
No, okay, it's okay. I'm just gonna. We need to figure something else out about this. Roll to read a bad situation.
That is a 6.
Jamie, you are just so focused on what Tamara is saying to you. Before, your senses were like so ready and alert, and right now every sense is taken over of the taste of human flesh on your mouth, and the fact that even though it's gross to you, there's like a little bit of it that you like.
Tamara, do you have any gum or mints or anything?
You feel a knife go through your back. As a member of Hunter that was still left semi-alive saw this happen, it's like, fucking monster, you're not gonna take me like that. And Jamie, you're gonna take 2 harm as you've been stabbed. You see Tamara like scream and just like throws up her hands, and he gets like thrown and like up against the wall as she's telekinetically holding him. Jamie, the rage you feel inside of you is just boiling up as you see this man is just pinned up against the wall, as you start to feel the blood trickling down your stomach, going down your leg, pulling up in your shoe, and you hear in the back of your head, Jamie, you have to finish him.
What do I do?
And then you start to see your fingers like getting longer and sharper, almost claw-like, as he goes, use your skills.
And Jamie's gonna like tilt her head down and run full force at the guy up against the wall and just slash with her hand.
Yeah, you just start eviscerating him. But the thing is, Jamie, D'Artagnan's not here. Spot's not here. It's just Jamie, and it's just one man who's getting the shit murdered out of him. And Tamara just like slowly is like setting the body down, and you turn and your eyes are like this weird yellow bird like as you just start to like stare at Tamara as she's just like, Jamie, it's me.
I'm gonna calm down and not, I think, right? Yeah, I don't want to attack Tamara. See, I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at the guy who stabbed me.
Yeah. You're just kind of, but like you're actively telling yourself this, but Jamie, there's and it's not the voice of Donut. It is an instinct in the back of your head telling you to kill everybody.
I'm gonna kill anyone who hurts me. Anyone who stabs me. The other guy tried to stab me, and then I stabbed him.
And Tamara goes, okay, that's great. I'm not trying to hurt you. This is a lot more than, I don't think that's just a cassowary inside of you. This is something else. So let's just calm down. Okay.
I need you to tell me, do you have any gums or mint?
I don't, but there's a counter over there, and it looks like there's some gum. And there is like, it's knocked over, but
Jamie turns like a bird, like really fast towards the counter.
I think like you turn and like you even like you like scutter over there like super quick, and they're just eating this gum. And as you're like starting to eat it and grab it, like your hands are like starting to transform back.
Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling better now.
She's like, oh yeah, eat as much gum as you want.
And I cannot process because of all the things that just happened. It's been about 10 minutes.
Yeah. So we cut over to Ron. You're following the collector down this hallway. They got a pretty good lead on you. They're not listening to anything you're saying. And then you do see them come to another similar domed room with a bunch of mirrors in it. And right before you can get to him, you see the collector taking Ronnie and just throwing him. And also, you've still been talking this whole time, so Ronnie's still very soothed by your voice. He's like, man, this is just dang old crazy, I mean, hell, you having gay sex in front of a mirror you love to have sex in front of, and the next you're in a mirror world. I mean, I know magic's real, but I did not expect this. But
Collector, I just wish
color
you'd
me
slow
surprised.
down. I just wish you'd slow down, Collector. I need to just want to ask you some questions. Just want to know why I got the man by the head. It's just
so
easy stuff.
You see the collector like hold up Ronnie, and he just tosses him through a mirror. And as soon as Ronnie's like body goes through the mirror, you see the collector kind of just like slump down on the ground. And the same thing that happened before, where you saw like his body suck itself inward and then turn itself around without moving.
That's all practical effects. Like I said, we spent the CG budget already.
Yeah, practical time. So you see that happening, and he shifts back towards you, and similar to where his back went to his front went to the back, and his eyes are no longer glazed over, and he just falls down, and the collector is holding his face as he is sobbing uncontrollably.
Oh, all right, I catch him because he seems like a real frail but long boy.
You catch him, and then you just see in your hands, like through a reflection, like you're holding the collector, but you do see a reflection of the small child you saw in that like vision at the gas station of what the collector used to be, as you are like holding and consoling the collector.
Hey buddy, I know it's real. So I know that probably wasn't you there. That seems like
and he's just like sobbing and shaking his head no.
What happens if he looks right through Ronnie?
I'll do that while I'm
You see a dentist's office. You see no one in it, but you do see it look like it.
Is it like a modern dentist office or like an old-timey, much scarier dentist office?
It looks like a modern dentist office. It looks very clean. There's like blood from Ronnie in there. But outside of that, if you don't look at all the blood, all those other parts are clean. But you don't see anyone in it. The body was just thrown through. As soon as you look, like you see, because you can only like see, from like where the mirror is, you do see that like Ronnie's body was like pulled off to the side, but you didn't see like who or what.
Is that the dentist in there?
And then like he's like trying to shake his head yes, but like it's like he's like before he can like put his head.
That's all right. I got
it's
you.
like physically stopped.
I got you, buddy. I got it. That's all right. We're gonna let's see if we can find a place to set you down. Let you have a little. Marlin,
Ron.
you hear me?
Ron.
All right, it's gonna be all right, Marlin. We're gonna.
Is it?
Yeah, it is, and you will begin.
It's easy for you to say.
I'm trying to help, and I'm helping us all one at a time. I got
slowly
bad news
walking
about
over.
your friend. He's in this dentist office over here, and this is the collector. He's, I'm gonna say, a little boy who was murdered in some ritualistic dentist fashion by, let's say, the dentist in there for want of...
Is he gonna grab you? What are you...
I mean, no, see, like, his eyes roll back. See, look, he's got eyes.
As soon as you start, like, to ask these questions, like, the collector, like, kind of shimmy, and, like, his...
See, look at that little guy.
His movement is, like, very, very fluid, as, like, you just kind of see him, like wrap himself, and, like, as he's, like, hiding behind Ron, and, like, his long fingers are, like, grasped around his shoulder as he's, like, barely peeking up around. The collector's way taller than Ron, but far skinnier, and he's just kind of, like, bent himself over, and, like, he has just these long, piercing black eyes that just, like, look like you're looking into just, like, endless pools of infinity.
I look at him, I'm like, why'd you just do that?
And he's just shaking his head no.
I was, why did you do that? That was fucked up.
And he's shaking his head.
Now, Marlon, I don't think that was him. I think so. He had his eyes rolled. They changed, right? They rolled back, so it went white instead of black.
Is it gonna happen again?
I mean, obviously, we're working on that right now. I'm sorry.
And he shakes his head no, and like he holds up like a finger to you.
I guess it's it's got a clock on it or something, a time limit.
How often? A week? A day?
And he's shaking his head, and he points to you, and he's trying to, and like he has these like just long fingers. You can't tell what he's doing, but then what you see, like he's trying to like make it look like his like thumb.
Where is it?
And then he holds up a finger as he like looks around in the mirrors, and then he picks up this small mirror, puts it down, reaches his hand through, and then pulls out your lighter, and then like clasped like in like both hands, like a child trying to just like share his favorite thing with his new friend, and like presents you like your lighter.
I start to reach for it, then I pause and I wipe. My fingers are still bleeding everywhere, even though they're bandaged up. I wipe it on my pants, and I get blood all over my pants. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
but I kind of flinch. I'm a little scared of him still.
Yeah. Like, and you flinch and he flinches.
Hey, everybody, there's nothing to be frightened of.
Okay, I take it. Thank you.
We're all trying to make friends here. We're learning about each other.
Do you want me to use it?
And he shakes it. Actually, he shakes his head no, and then he just like holds out his hand like trying to say for you.
Okay, thank you. I take it.
He's a nice fella. I mean, he's a bit long, but that's everybody.
Is it once a day that you do that? That you get taken over once a week?
And he just shakes his head no, and he looks at Ron, and then does a similar thing where he's like looking through a mirror, and you see on the other side of this mirror, you do see Ron's trowel, but as it's being pulled out, you start to see it's like transforming into a number of different gardening tools. You've never seen it do this before, and all of them have like this different like hue to it, this different tone, this different light, as like he like presents it to Ron, and like does this similar thing where he's like holding out his hands for you to take it.
Oh well, I mean, thank you very much.
Ron, wow. You pick up the trowel, and like you've always had this, it's handy. Your grandfather gave it to your father, him to you.
He never mentioned it turning into every other garden tool though.
And you start to like hold it, and then you look at Marlin. He's fucking wrecked. And then you start to just think about the idea of like what's the word, the 3-claw one?
Aerator?
Is that what it is?
There's a couple of ways, but like I think it's the claw. It's for breaking up earth to put plants in. Yes.
So you look over at Marlin and you see like the little 3-claw aerator, gardening
Allison's
tool.
About to fucking fact check us here, and I'm about to look like an idiot.
And it feels counterintuitive, but you do feel like, because it has this like green hue around it, that if you use this on Marlin, it's gonna help.
Hey Marlin, you trust me?
That's a weird question.
I mean, look at this green glow, though.
What are you gonna do with it? Take a step back. What are you gonna do with it?
Just want to give you a little poke with it, I think.
Poke me with the part that's... Turn it around.
All right. I didn't use the soft edge.
Use the soft edge, and it's just kind of like rubbing against you. It's not really doing anything.
Okay, fine. Fuck. Okay, I like stick my arm out.
Land, right? Come on.
I stick my arm out where you can hit my wrist.
As he starts to rake this down your arm, going along the cuts and bruises that you have, you just start to see it's like rapidly healing and regenerating.
Yeah, I don't know. I just gotta.
You can go ahead and heal, because like you do that on one arm and then you test it on another. And Marlin, you can heal too.
Thank you. Can I see that?
Yeah, sure.
Will it work if I take it?
Hand cultivator.
A hand cultivator.
Hand cultivator. Well, sure. It's my grandfather's hand cultivator.
Can I see if I can use
magic
it?
So yeah, when you take it out of Ron's hands, you try to scrape yourself. You don't harm, like it doesn't do harm, but you're like, ah, fuck. Like it does. It does hurt a little bit.
I was gonna try to fix my dick, but give it back. I don't want Ron to.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
fair. It's like,
Does your dick have matching scars to your face now?
It's not worth asking Ron to do it. It's too awkward with my friend. But there's two. Yeah, probably.
you should grow little dick bangs to cover it. Like,
Welcome to Dick Talk.
show for
Thank you.
adults.
Ron, just gently put your hand cultivator.
Y'all should see Allison's face right now in real time.
Marlin's,
Man, y'all are having real different times in and out of this mirror world right now. I'll tell you
he's
what.
like thinking about asking Ron, but he just feels like it's not that he cares that much about social graces or not, but it's just like his friend. He doesn't want to ask
What
him.
if he just takes it and gives it a little?
Ron's thinking, wow, Marlin's must be real shook up about the loss of his friend there. He's just sitting there,
But yeah,
focused,
so
rocking back and forth.
He like rakes it up
Thank you.
over you enough to where you're able to heal for like all the major bleeding and stuff stops.
Oh, I feel so much better.
Here, this Dawkins shirt seems like it was well loved and has less blood on it.
Thank you. I trade about. So, collector.
Is that
Are you
all
the
right?
collector?
What are we calling you? Are you collector? Colin?
He shakes his head,
Collector. All right.
How do we help you?
and then he like opens his mouth, and then you see what Ron saw before. All of his teeth have been removed along with his tongue.
Do we need to find your teeth?
And he shakes his head, yes.
And I'm gonna assume that is a dentist who seems like he'd be
Yeah.
doing that kind of work.
He shakes his head, yes.
And I just want to throw it out there. Any idea why you sort of your eyes rolled back and you threw that feller in there? You remember any of that?
He puts his head down and shakes his head no, and then yes.
I understand that this is a difficult line of questioning that's kind of abstract for what we've got.
I think he means he does remember it, but he doesn't know how it happens.
And he points to Marlin.
There we go. Thank you, Marlin. Context clues. That's fantastic. So, well, I mean, I guess at this point we got to go that. And thank you for the trowel, by the way. I'm very happy to have this back, and I know Marlin was real worried about his lighter.
And
This
you're
will probably come in
holding it,
handy.
and like one of the reflections you do see, it's not that you're now seeing all the different Rons. You're seeing all the different generations that this is passed down through. Because you're seeing like Ron's family with it, but you're also seeing people you don't know or recognize, like wielding this trowel in different forms and versions. You see all the different generations that have like wielded this weapon or something similar. And Marlon, you can see this too. Ron, when you start talking about how you need to go into the mirror with like the dentist's office, the collector like gets in front of it and starts shaking his hands no.
How do we get your teeth back?
And then
Should we move away from this mirror so he can't hear it? Okay.
and he shakes his head yes.
I tap my head like.
And then he does like a little like finger on his mouth and just like a shh, and then like uses two fingers to try to show like
Two super long,
yeah, two
squidgely
super
fingers.
fingers that he's trying to like show like sneaky.
If I take my lighter out, what do the reflections do? I'm not using it, but
The reflections when you're holding the lighter, similar to how Ron saw everyone that is like uses trowel, you start to see all the different people that have had in possession of the lighter. But in some of them, it's not a lighter; it's different variations of like a weird like imp summoning stone.
cool. I'll put it back.
We cut back over to Jamie. You've been eating a lot of gum. You got stabbed. It's not feeling great. Tamara was still like trying to just calm you down, and then Funk comes back in. He's like, "Well, I couldn't find any trace of. Holy shit! Why are all the bodies eaten?" And then Tamara just looks at him and goes, that guy attacked, and that's anyways, Funk, we gotta move because they're definitely gonna be coming. This wasn't great.
He stabbed me.
Who stabbed you? That man stabbed you? Well, good thing that he's what? Are those claw marks?
Yeah.
Funk looks over at Tamara and she just shakes her head no at Funk. He goes, all right, great. Well, we should get out of here before more of this reinforcement comes. Also, I don't have great jurisdiction over this, so we got to go before the action.
How do we help my friends?
Well, listen, we gotta help ourselves before we can help them. We know where they're in the mirror. We know for sure they're in the mirror dimension. We're gonna try to figure out how to get to it. So let's okay. So let's go in the van.
I try, like, as I follow them to the van, I try to whisper to Tamara, thank you.
And then she just gives you like a knowing nod. You guys are walking out through the van trying to get through all the bodies. We cut back into the mirror dimension. Y'all are trying to talk to the collector. And then like he just kind of like looks off to the side and then like is scrambling through a stack of mirrors and picks up a small one that kind of looks like the size of like a rear view mirror for like the side of a car and starts to like try to get your attention and pointing into it, because you see that behind Jamie, Funk, and Tamara, you do start to see a bunch of like hunter agents like are trying to sneak up on them and get the drop, and he's like pointing to the two of you and pointing into the mirror.
Can they hear us?
And he shakes his head no.
If I tap it?
And he shakes his head no.
Can
and
I put my hand through?
And he like, when you're trying to do that, you're trying to put your hand through and you can't do it. But the collector grabs your hand, and once he's touching you, he can push your hand through it.
Oh, hold on. Bring it back. I put my lighter in my hand so they know it's mine. And I put it back, and I don't know what to... I wave it.
Jamie, you're starting to like walk up, and like Tamara and Funk are talking to each other. You're in a daze. Everything's weird. And then you see in front of you this like, because you see the mirror in front of you, and you're like, did a hand just? No, a hand didn't. Jamie, you're in shock. Hand did come out of there, and then a hand comes back through, and you start to just see like, are you lighting it, or
no?
are you just
I'm
waving
thumbs
it?
down, and I'm like trying to point behind them. It's like moving around a lot. Like don't I don't know.
Tomorrow, Funk. Marlin's.
I pull it back, and I'm trying to write. I
here.
take a pen out of my bag and write Hunter behind you on it. It's like not Penny's boat, and I put it back through with the
Hunter Biden.
I shake it. I'm like. And then I have like wide open palm.
And as you're doing that, like the collector just like shakes their head, and you feel a long hand on your back as you start to get pushed through the mirror. But when the collector's pushing you through, you're not taking the 3 threshold damage. As you just start to see in
my
the
head?
weirdest way, yeah, like it's just like
I'm being born.
Like you're getting pushed. It seems like doesn't make logical sense of like how this small of a surface area, but you're getting pushed through as you just start to see like Marlin like coming out.
Hunter, behind you, it's an ambush, it's an ambush.
And then you turn around, Jamie, and you do see there's like 5 people, they're all in hunter uniform. They're like, that's the one that fucking, that got old fucking bad man in there. I didn't have a good name, I couldn't think of one. Josh was in there, you got him. Sorry, Josh.
Avenge me.
I hate people that are different than us.
Leave us alone.
And he goes, nah, man, we're gonna get you. And then you see them like all start like to like pull out like heavy, like they're pulling out like some big ass guns, like shotguns, assault
Tens
rifles,
of thousands
things that
of
they need for
dollars
their
worth of
personal safety.
Can I try to grab the 3 of them and pull them in with me?
You're getting pushed out.
Okay, I'm
right
getting pushed
now.
out, okay.
You're getting pushed out.
How
So
much
much.
of Marlin is out?
A lot of Marlin is out. Like he's getting pushed out. It's not like trying to, like he's
Based on
getting
what I
pushed
saw in
from
that
the
mirror.
other side. An average amount of Marlin is out.
I say also, I look at Jamie, I'm like, the collector is actually pretty chill. We just need to talk about this later, just so you know, don't hurt him if you see him.
Okay. What?
I pulled my gun out of
Yeah.
my bag and I start shooting.
Roll to kick some ass.
Like before anyone else has.
Oh yeah. You're just because they're trying to do some.
Oh no.
Oh, dear.
Fuck my life. I rolled a 3.
Sorry.
I don't even know my tough is 0, so.
Oh, well, pour one out for our agents
I don't
here.
like how happy Joel looks. Right
You like
now.
just start firing off wildly because like you're very disoriented from the Mirrorverse. Everything seems
Also, my whole last
Yeah.
couple hours.
Everything seems so like out of it, and so you're just like shooting off out of nowhere. And so what happened? You don't hit anybody, but Marlin, you take a slug in the shoulder as you take 2 harm.
I'm back where I was.
Ron, you see on the other side, you do see Marlin, and the collector like holds up the mirror to you.
Right, and Ron shrugs and
and then the collector just grabs you, and it's a lot easier than Marlin got through because it seemed like there was like a struggle, even though, and then like it's funny too because like Ron's body's so big that like the mirror kind of like the actual like plastic around it kind of like clumps up like a soda can.
That tickles.
Yeah, soda can like left in the freezer too long, and then it like shrinks back down as like Ron just kind of like in just one big shove just like thunks out and then stands up, and you just saw Marlin get shot in the shoulder. Funk and Tamara are going up. What are you doing, Jamie?
Dodo,
Yeah.
are you hungry?
Oh yeah, Jamie. I'm real hungry.
Jamie's very angry.
Jamie, you can roll to kick some ass, and because of your monstrous move, I believe you get to roll with weird instead of tough, right?
I believe so.
Bird's hungry for plate carriers.
Plus weirds is 10.
Everyone sees this too. You're not like really even transformed. You're just like Jamie right now. And Jamie, you start like running forwards directly at one of the guys, and he just starts blasting off at you. He's got
Jamie, no!
he's got a pistol with you, and then like not as fast as like say like the Matrix style, but like. Every shot, you just like barely are just like moving out of the way just in enough time for it to go by, and you're not stopping your stride, and you jump on top of him, and just with your normal hands themselves are just like eviscerating this man's face and throat, and then you just like take a huge bite out of him, and it's just like you hit an artery, it's just like squirting everywhere, and like yeah, you guys do see this happen. Ron,
Holy fucking
Was
shit.
it the guy who shot me?
Yeah,
I say, good.
Yeah, so Ron, what are you doing?
Holy fucking shit, Jamie. And Ron charges the other 4 guys.
Yeah, so roll to kick some ass, and I'll give you a +1 due to all the craziness.
But that's still an 8.
Yeah, so Ron, you're gonna exchange harm, but it also kind of like they're shooting with pistols, so it's only gonna do like 2 harm, so you're gonna negate it. But like,
hey, that's my overalls.
Yeah, you do. And then this is like new. Y'all haven't seen Ron get shot, but like. It's not. It's like just hitting Ron and then just like drop. Like it's not ricocheting. It's just like hitting him as like Ron. Like you just literally go up to 2 of them, grab their heads, and just clunk and just like knock them the fuck out.
God, I love that move.
Y'all dispatched them easily, especially too. They're all very. Weirdly enough, it's not the 6'5" man that is terrifying them. It's the 5'5" girl in a horse shirt that's scaring them.
I would not.
Marlin's laying in the van bleeding.
But
like holding his shoulder.
You do dispatch of them fairly. You dispatch of them like fairly quickly. There's like 2 that are trying to get away.
I will run after one.
Yeah, man, same. Ron looks at Jamie, nods, and they take off.
And I think at this point, like Jamie's like running, and she does that weird, terrifying, like feral primal, like on all, like she's like running fast, and then as she's like. Ron's keeping pace with her. Ron does your cardio. He knows how important that is. And then Jamie starts to like, even though you're all were neck and neck, starts to get a lead on Ron, and then just starts like fucking all 4s going, and then just like jumps. It's like behind a bush because we already spent too much money on the practical effect budget.
It's like that's like the movie Altered States, where a lot of it is filmed in the dark. Because
yeah. And like he's just like this terrifying scene, and then like Ron, the last guy, like kind of just trips and just kind of like, man, I just it's oh fuck it, and like you see him like crack a tooth in his mouth and like bite down. Whoa! As he starts and like before you can get to him, he killed himself.
Oh, come on. You don't even have this isn't even your name tag. Oh, that's a slur. Get out.
Don't make me even think this. Yeah, you solved my racist puzzle by killing them.
Subtext. Nobody, not even once.
I did fact check because my move Unholy Strength. I get plus weird and stuff tough.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah. So
Run.
Can you
use your magic
thing? We're all safe here. We're all gonna be okay. Here we go. Let's see if Ron tries to cultivate his trowel.
Give me a use magic check.
It'd be really funny if it fails and you just...
Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
8.
You touch it to like Marlin, and like it's weird too because once again it's like the weird little hand cultivator. You put like one of the pointy ends like in where the bullet hole goes.
I know it's just intuitively seems like it.
Yeah, it goes through. You only hear one arm this time, and then like you see there was like a lighter hue to your trowel, and then whenever like you use this, it's not broken, but like. You can
it
tell
seems tired.
It's out of juice.
Like, I mean, did the bullet go through, or is it just still lodged?
No, the bullet went straight through. The bullet went straight through. So
Thank you, Ron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm happy
Tamar
to help
goes,
out.
you told me your friends. You were your friend.
Look, I just got this, and it's never done this before, but it just seems intuitive. Like
told
the way
you
to
what?
use it.
You said that nothing, everything's this. We all. Okay.
What?
Listen, we gotta go. Get in the van. Get in the van.
You guys want to go in the Maier universe?
We'll go there.
There's an evil dentist guy. We gotta
can't.
get the collector's teeth back.
There's an evil dentist?
Yeah.
Ron goes over to the mirror. Collector, we gotta go get some medical supplies and sort of regroup. If I come back, I'm gonna come back to another mirror later and try and see if we can find you. look for something in a hotel or
The collector, like as you're saying that, like you see like a long stringy hand reach out, and it gives you one of those like little spin tops that looks like comes from like a little 25-cent machine.
Oh, well, thank you. I love gachapons.
You pick it up, and then you see, only Ron sees this, you see this vision of the collector as a child, and you see him at the gas station that he was asking for, and you see he goes up to his mom and asks for a quarter, and then he gets that and is like holding it, and he turns around to like show it to her, and she's gone. The collector just like does like a spinning motion with his hand, and then like does like a come hither and pulls his hand back out.
Gotcha. We'll be seeing you soon.
Marlin is laid down in the van.
Yeah, Marlin has just been fucking wrecked.
Yeah, Jamie's not doing so hot either.
What's up, Jamie?
Y'all got a trauma kit or something in the
Funk, Funk is driving. Tamara's like helping.
Y'all have a lot of expensive equipment in here.
Tamara's helping like with the trauma kit and then some magic and stuff, helping patch you up, make the bleeding stop. Jamie, like you're pumped on adrenaline, and then Donut, he's not even talking. You can feel he's proud of you. You did so good.
Marlin, I need to tell you something. It's important that if we're friends that you know this.
Okay. Are you saying this quietly to where Funk and Tamara can't hear?
It doesn't. They can hear it.
Okay.
It's not a secret.
What is it, Jamie?
I saw you.
What?
I saw you in the mirror. And I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's Jamie, it's fine.
I have never seen it.
Oh,
and
what?
I didn't.
You've never
mean
seen
to, and I'm sorry.
Are
it's
you
very private? And
are you just not
And
he can tell she's really upset. He kind of sits up and like leans against the van. It's like, it's fine, Jamie. It's okay.
I'm really sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Because it's personal.
I knew what that was in front of a mirror, and there's a mirror universe, and I was wearing goggles with stuff that I knew was going to be recorded.
Wait, so was it on purpose?
It was not on purpose. It was not my preferred.
There's a word for that.
There are multiple words for that.
It's called voyeurism. That's
called-
Funk is driving.
Thanks, Funk.
I look and I
don't
say,
worry,
Funk, it's exhibitionism, not voyeurism.
Oh wait. Okay, so I'm an exhibitionist then?
Well, if you want to be watched, then you're an exhibitionist, I think is what.
I also like to be watched. Does that count?
Well, now see, this is.
Are you both Funk?
I guess you can't be two things at once. This is an interesting drive.
Life is full of paradoxes.
I just saw an
have a quick-
opportunity and I took it. Jamie, I'm sorry if it upset you. You don't need to apologize.
If we're friends, you should know that I saw.
I appreciate your honesty as always, Jamie.
As far as like
fine.
While we're all being honest, I got it. Jamie, did you bite that man's face off? Did I see that correctly?
I think so. He made me really mad.
No, sure. I mean, I'm not saying he. Just asking if that's not something you're.
They stabbed me.
No, and I see
and
that.
I told them to
you're
leave
all right.
us alone, and they wouldn't listen.
They were yelling some racist shit.
No, I mean, again, I'm not saying I think that person needs.
I'm glad they're dead.
I'm glad they're not bothering us neither. But it's just
I've never killed anyone before.
There we go. See, that's pretty good. Marlin, you ever since we're all just being honest right now.
We're on drugs.
Yeah, Funk goes, I've definitely killed some people, and Tamara goes, I've had to, but anyone I killed, like there was a threat, so I had to.
Marlin has,
People
Marlin
have
drugs.
died, but Marlin has not necessarily done a murder in the forms of other very precisely worded
How many
sentences.
corpses has Marlin given to Cobb?
No, that's really dark. I think if someone was...
And unrelated to the question at hand, you can just find those anywhere.
If someone... There are probably a couple of cases where something went wrong and someone was like trying to kill Marlin, right? And he killed someone in self-defense. 100% called Cobb in to get the money, like the cleaner stuff and John Wick and whatever.
Yeah.
But he's not like going around like,
Like you got a vehicular manslaughter or something like that, sure.
Yeah.
You're sleeping
And
that under
maybe
the rug, but...
There's other interesting stuff that's a part of Marlin's backstory that he doesn't want to talk about.
Sure, no, that...
Involving whatever, so...
We've learned enough about Marlin.
Shrug is good enough, is vague enough for me for now. I'm taking...
It's not a no.
I'm taking... Yeah, no, I got
He knows
you.
that Tamara can tell if he's lying.
Wait, Ron still hasn't.
I don't. I've never. I mean,
Yeah,
I've
I've
only
never-
been in a fight this last week.
I mean, we're still a little hazy on what happened at the Cenobite house, if that was real or not. But that's the closest Ron's ever come to killing people. But that was also just like vegetables and zombies going to war with each other.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Tomato.
Ma'am. We got some dreadful news about your stock.
Do you wanna listen to a show where there's tomato best friends that have widows that you have to bring a flag to their house? Also, very average dicks in it. Well, boy.
I don't think Ron is average.
No. I'm talking about
No, there's
those are
no
separate
way.
things. I'm
Okay,
talking
yeah.
about that's do I have a show for you? Oddity Roadshow. Tomato best friends, average dicks, not
Mirror
average
hall
dicks.
of average
Yeah.
dicks.
If we're telling each other things right now, I also need to tell you guys that I just did a drug.
Oh my god, what drug?
The dentist oxygen.
And then
Air. He's got a big tank of air.
It's nitrous.
Yeah, you hear from the front. Yeah, pretty good nitrous too. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm driving. I just gotta take the little edge off there.
Funk?
What? I just like
Your
a little
shit
bit.
together.
I
Not while
like
you're
a-
driving.
Well, there was a bunch. We just got a
You
text.
fucking moron.
I'm just getting I just did a little bit of nitrous, Marlin.
Did you steal that off the dentist?
Everything happened real quick. We were all panicking.
Be careful. He's on the road, dude.
I'm like, okay, fair enough. Like Tamara, like takes
I was
the
gonna
tank
say I was
away.
gonna take it.
And she's just like, Tamara's just like, she just looks like an aunt that decided, yes, I'll babysit my niece and nephews for the weekend. And it's just kind of like, yo, fuck, this is why I do not have kids. Jesus Christ. As y'all are like sharing more secrets, Funk is in the front. He goes, hey, circling back. Ron, you said something about an evil dentist?
Yeah, so I saw the stretchy guy with the grabs the heads. He's not always bad. He's actually a lost little boy. Someone stole all his teeth and I guess stretched him out and stuffed him in a mirror. I'm kind of working with it. We did charades. He can't really talk because of the teeth thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that got the gist there. He's got a lot of lost stuff and old, like socks and just stuff you lose. Right, that kind of thing's all in there. I found his postcard. That's from our batch, which is wild.
You see Ron pulls out like the postcard.
Another postcard.
Awesome.
And listeners from last week will remember what it says.
And he goes, okay, well, more so about the evil dentist.
I'm getting back to that. So he threw when his eyes went white, and he threw the Marlin's friend there into the dentist office, and then he was gone. But there's like a blood streak, so I think he drug him off. But the collector didn't want us to go in through that mirror. He didn't think that. I mean, he tried to stop us. He wouldn't let us do it.
He goes, hold on, I got to pull over real quick. He like pulls out to the side of the road, and he starts to he pulls out like this bag, and he's going through some file. He goes, so one of the only members of the Midnight Society that didn't show up was Richard Concordis. But he's a dentist, but he has ties to the Midnight Society, but we believe he got kicked out about 3 or so months ago. But I didn't see him here tonight, but we didn't really have any tabs on him.
There's a lot of dentists in this organization. Just
3 months ago was when the first person went missing.
Oh shit.
Oh wait. Okay. And he goes, and then people have had the and then Tamara goes, oh no. Oh,
and he doesn't want the teeth. I want to point that out.
No,
just in collector's defense, they're just throwing those teeth in.
No.
He doesn't want that.
Okay, so you said the collector had his teeth taken?
Yeah, it's real.
Tamara looks at you and goes, fuck. We're dealing with blood magic.
There's blood in your teeth?
What's that?
Any part of the body can be used to get certain things from people. Some, you can, there's some things that, some people say it's good, but most every time it's not great.
Who says blood magic is good? That
People
just
who do
seems
blood
kinda-
magic, right? Just them.
There are some uses of it depending on how you use it to where you can, use someone's
I'm sorry, I feel like I got off track. You seem to know
okay.
what's going on. I'm sorry.
If the collector doesn't want the teeth and teeth are going missing, it's not necessarily just the teeth, it's parts of bodies. And so we've been finding the bodies, they've been just found later. The collector's being controlled by this dentist.
Yeah.
If he has all of his
Wait, both sets?
because
He's a little boy. He's he had all his teeth.
whoever this Richard Concordis is, he's controlling the collector and he's been the one stealing everyone's teeth and collecting.
Can we pulled over, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we have this conversation away from the mirror?
And then and then she goes, oh shit, and then she just Funk just like pulls off like the rearview mirror, throws it out, and then just like kicks off the two side mirrors.
Funk, you're so fucking extra, dude.
It's like, no. Here's the thing. You
And
gotta.
very nimble.
We're
that
gonna
was
have
a
to
Jackie
replace
Chan
those.
No,
style kick.
listen, this doesn't matter. We can't have any reflective surfaces around. If he's controlling this thing, this is what I was worried about with the mirror dimension. He can have access to almost anywhere, and if what Ron is saying is true and what Tamar's saying, we might not have enough to take him down.
I mean,
You
he's,
call in backup.
I can try. I'm just letting
You have the fucking
Why
Federal
is,
Bureau
how
of
is he
Investigation.
so strong?
you want
here's
to call the
registry. Here's
Is there
the thing.
somebody?
I can call them. Most of the time I do. They do just kind of laugh at me and they say what I'm saying is bullshit.
You should do less nitrous.
I mean, it's not just nitrous.
People don't take you seriously if you do drugs at work.
Ooh, there was a lot.
I want to debate you on
I'm
this.
sorry. I want to back up. Like, Oddity Roadshow does not support that statement.
Yeah.
This is Jamie.
I want to debate this, but it has really affected my life and my personal and work. Anyways, I do have a lot of fringe ideas that most of the time I can't prove. I can call in backup, but if I do say a man is collected a stretched out young boy and put him in a mirror and then stealing teeth, they're not going to come super quick.
Can't you just say Hunter came and was like trying to kill civilians?
Yeah, we can
They
do.
stab me, I'll tell them.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need it. Please don't talk to the FBI. I mean, you can talk don't. Also,
Turns out mass shooting and or children being kidnapped by rich guys, just not stuff the FBI is really equipped to deal with. Sorry.
It's not. They don't. I mean, it's like, did a rich person lose money in this? Then okay, we're coming. Do we gotta kill?
Well, everyone
I'm
in
okay. Great, I'm there.
Weren't the Midnight Society people rich? Won't they be sad that all the rich
No, I'm
people
saying
died?
we can get their help and do that. But I'm saying like it's gonna be a little harder. But I'm just like this isn't great.
Tamara, how do we to fight blood magic? Do we just have to get the teeth and tongue back?
I mean we have to get that's so he can't have control of the collector anymore. But that's not. If he has enough power to get them from the collector with as much power as the collector has, even if he's not malicious, what we're dealing with is
I feel
terrifying.
like he took him from him when he was a little boy and not, then he sort of warped him into
It seemed
the collector.
ambiguous to me.
Just saying. It
Because
seems,
I don't know the timeline.
Marlon is
of,
so tired.
I don't know the timeline of the teeth. I just know.
look, fair enough. Yeah.
So here, okay,
we'll need
here's-
help.
I'm going to ask Dodo. Jamie wants to ask Dodo real quick. Hey, Dodo, are you hearing this?
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Do you know anything about blood magic?
I don't do a lot of the magic stuff. I've eaten teeth before. I don't like them.
Oh, so you don't know how to take down this evil dentist?
I say if probably bite his throat off.
Okay, well, if it comes to that, it sounds like we might not be able to get close enough to his throat to bite it.
I'm going to say this too, Jamie. It's not a problem.
Jamie, are you aware that you have those conversations out loud?
What?
Yeah.
You just said muttered something about biting throats, and I mean I know I understand it's a solution. You're working out a solution. You're asking Dodo, but you realize you have that. We can't hear Dodo, so it. Never mind. We can talk about that on the van later. It's
Jamie.
I'll talk to you later, Dodo.
Okay. Marlon almost said, Jamie, have you tried talking to Dodo inside your own mind? But then he wants to be able to hear what Jamie says, so he doesn't say it.
Tomorrow
He changes his mind.
Tomorrow's just like, okay, we need to do a rest. I have a spell that can help cloak us, and then also have another spell that can 30 minutes will feel like a night. We're all frazzled. We got to come up with a plan. So, and she waves her hand over the other one and then snaps, and you just kind of see this dust fall over the van to where we get an outside shot of the van from the camera. It just kind of disappears. Tamara just waves her hand again, whispers in her mouth, and just throws this word up that just says calm, as you all just kind of feel very soothing, deep slumber. As you begin to fall asleep after Tamara casts her spell, the camera pans outside of the van, going up into the night sky of Lebanon, Tennessee, cutting across the city to Concordis Dental, as we see a man in his mid-50s sitting in scrubs inside of a dentist's office with the body of Ronnie Flathers at his feet. Oddity Roadshow is an actual play podcast using the Monster of the Week system.
I'm Paul Byron, and I played Ron the Chosen.
I'm Allison Maier, and I played Jamie the Monstrous.
I'm Shannon Strucci, and I played Marlin the Crooked.
And I've been your GM, Joel Ruiz. Music by People Need Goals, Zach Nichols, and Sarashu, with character art by Christina Marina and episode art by Sarah Gobble. For additional information, please visit our website at oddityroadshow.com. Thank you to Alex Sanchez for the cold open and the use of his screens. And thank you so much for listening to episode 11, Perfectly Average. A lot of fun. It's the second to last episode of the arc. I hope you enjoyed hearing us talk about Marlin's dick a lot, because if you didn't, probably not listening to the post-show credits right now, because that's all we did. Speaking of post-show, we got a post-show called Oddity Post-Show. We record it after every single session. You've heard us talk about it. We always play clips like this one.
Long boy.
Funny enough that you said that, because I was saying I can't stop thinking about Marlin's average penis, and so that's what's really hard for me. I'm naming this one right now.
You can name it Perfectly Average.
See, that was a clip. You heard us talk about his dick more. You can go check it out on Patreon. All the money just goes directly back into the show. It helps pay for stuff. It helps, get us new art, get us more music. Like for instance, we our guest next episode, which I'll talk about a little more in a second. We got a whole song for them. We got one for Richard Concordis, the spooky dentist who was behind it the whole time. And that's because of y'all's support. It's amazing how much the Patreon has grown since we started Oddity Roadshow, and we really just appreciate all the support that you've given us. If you want, you go check it out at $5 a month. You get access to the Oddity post shows. At $10 a month, you get the episodes for free. And at our limited edition 25 people only level of the Eternal Light, you can get a cool postcard. We'll send you a postcard with original show art. It'll have some stickers, some cute little notes from the cast and characters on it. And we'll give shout outs to all the Eternal Light level members, patrons like Chase, who's at the $20 a month level, the Eternal Light level. We want to give her a shout out. Thank you so much. That's so cool, Chase. And on top of being a cool patron, she also makes art. It's really cool. You can check out her Twitter at Chase Makes Art, or you should, speaking of Patreon, go check out her Patreon. Go to patreon.com Art of Chase. You can see all their cool art. I'm looking at it right now. You get, for $3 a month, you get access to doodles and sketches. For $5 a month, you get their Eternal Gratitude, exclusive content, fan request. $10 a month, you get some more exclusive content, and $13 a month, which is the top tier, some more Patreon exclusive content. All of it's exclusive. We love exclusivity here, but in like the cool sense, not okay. Let me retake that. You can pay for things. Certain things. Don't exclude people for things. I'm so sorry, Chase. I ruined this plug. But she makes really good art. She submitted fan art for the show. We're a big fan of Chase's, and you should be too. So go check out patreon.com Art of Chase and go help support it in the artist. And once again, thank you for supporting at the Eternal Light level. It's very nice of you. Very nice of all of our Eternal Light level patrons. I believe right now we're at 14 of the 25 spots. So if you want us to talk about you got to go hop on now. Get one of those spots before they're all filled up. We're not opening up anymore. We want to make it a special level. And we, like I said, we send out postcards. And then every few months we'll send out postcards. And then after 6 months of being on it, we'll send you a cool little swag bag. You'll love it. So thank you so much to everyone that's been supporting on Patreon. Thank you to everybody who's been telling people about the show. If you haven't left us a review, please do. That would be great. We love to read it. It helps the algorithm, We're a slave to the algorithm, and we need word of mouth. So, if you've already done it, thank you. I understand Spotify doesn't allow you to leave reviews, but you can still give us a 5-star rating. That'd be great. And I know I talked about, our next guest, who's Richard Concordis. That's right. If you're a fan of Critical Bits, you'll remember Jack Packard as the Sentinel. If you're a fan of Red Letter Media or The Escapist Magazine, he does a lot of stuff with them. And Jack is an amazing role player, so you should definitely check out the next episode, episode 12, Tooth Knowledge. That's going to close out Arc 2, The Mystery of the Missing Trowel. And Jack Packard's coming on as Richard Concordis. I worked with him directly, actually, to come up with the monster for this arc, the Collector. He, on top of being an amazing role player, he's a very generous man. He gave us $500 for our Indiegogo campaign to get the unicorn level. And we made a monster together. So Jack has been a huge supporter of the show, an amazing guest, and he's gonna kill it next time. So make sure to check out episode 12, Tooth Knowledge, in a few weeks. And once again, thank you for listening to episode 11, Perfectly Average. Go tweet, about us. Tweet at us at Oddity Roadshow, hashtag Oddity Roadshow. Just tell us how you think and how you like the show. If you're on Discord, you can join our Discord. There's a link in the show notes. It's an open Discord. We do have some Patreon exclusive channels. But it's not a Patreon exclusive Discord. Just come chat with us. A lot of shit posting, a lot of pictures of cats. It's just a good fun time. Every once in a while we talk about the show. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Once again, this has been episode 11, Perfectly Average, and in 2 weeks, episode 12, Tooth Knowledge, will come out. See you then.
Help! Help! Somebody help! Help! Oh God, help! 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 Somebody!